Nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
Yeah. Lunes. Money world. El mundo quiere dinero. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes la verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te la ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money world. El mundo quiere dinero. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción, yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money world, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah, yeah. Money world. Se arregla con dinero, Money world. De corazón, la plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, de corazón, la plata no te hace ser feliz. Money world. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Lunes. Lunático.
In this moment, yes. Nothing can stop me. Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find no better one, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find no better one. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
Yeah. Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen la verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te la ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción, yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah, yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero, yeah. Money work. De corazón, la plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, yeah, de corazón, de corazón.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes, yeah. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say, I follow.
Welcome back to all the Kim folks, nieces, nephews. Shout out to the CIA, one love to the FBI. Welcome back to the Kim folks and cousins. What up, what up, what up? It is your godfather back in full effect. And I know we're missing the lights. We're missing the flowers. We've got the candle. We're missing some of the sound effects, but none of the content that you come to love here on YouTube. We are back, we are back, we are back. Still here in New York City. You know what? I think I'll put this back here. Put this back here, move this off the table. What's that back there? A little shopping I've been doing since I've been here. Picked up a bunch of new fragrances that I'm going to review. Why am I still in New York City? Glad you asked. I was supposed to leave Sunday, but I changed my mind. I changed my mind because I'm actually scouting the city, thinking maybe I'll come back to New York City for a year. After this, I'm headed to LA. Then I'll make my decision. Uh, and while I'm here, I just might host a meetup. If you guys want to have a meetup, if you guys want to actually get a chance to meet, greet, hang out, New York City is opened up now. Restaurants can kind of go at 25%. So it's something we can actually think about. Let me make sure this microphone is on. Make sure the microphone is on well. There we go. So, tonight's show, I'm going to ask you guys a couple of things. One, keep the likes up. All like requires about 50% engagement, right? That's all I'm asking for you. Little 50%, little bit, while we're getting the kinks and the bugs worked out. Here we go. All right. So, this is going to be set as the default camera. All right. It's been a hell of a time here in New York City, man. Do me a favor, moderators, stay on guard. Because tonight we're going to discuss something that I think needs to be discussed. Over the weekend, I got an announcement or two coming up. But over the weekend, I was out on a date. I've actually gone out a couple of times this weekend. And my lady friend, I'll just call her that, my lady friend, said, "Hey, the reason I watched your channel is because I was referred to you by a friend of mine. She referred me to your channel and I have been hooked." And it's funny, her friend referred her to my channel thinking that she was going to be like, "Girl, you got to watch this dude right here. He is on some old BS and blah, blah, blah." And turns out that she was like, no, I love it. I think what he's doing is pretty much right on. And I'm addicted to the stuff. And so that was kind of funny. Turns out that, it's not surprising that a lot of people watch me just to kind of hate watch. But after, we went out one night, we decided to go out to a friend's house and we had a real live Love Jones kind of thing. And it went on until like 2 o'clock in the morning. I will be talking about and what it did is it gave me a lot to think about because I met people who don't watch my show, but we were discussing a lot of the same topics. Met a brother, his wife, then her friend's husband came home, and that got heated. Because, like anything else, I don't really give a damn about opinions. I kind of go into the facts as I understand them, and let's talk about the facts over feelings. But here's the thing. One thing that I have noticed that women on the whole are horrible. Yeah, it's a travel mic, guys. You're gonna have to deal with what I got in. It's a my next ex-wife. Yeah, come on, guys. You gotta understand what that means. Yeah. Women on a whole. One thing that I know from here is women are horrible, horrible at ranking, rating, and evaluating other women. You just can't. They just can't seem to do it. Not like we as men. And then it's kind of like, well, what's the big deal? Well, because if you ladies aren't ranking each other very well, you guys are giving each other bad information, and it's funny because so many of these women are just surprised that men are not looking at them the same way. I do not like the colors in here. It's the lighting that's off, guys. The lighting in this hotel is bleh. So we're just gonna have to work through it. Tomorrow will be better. But let's get into the content. Yeah, I can't really worry about this now. So one thing that I realized is a lot of women just they evaluate their friends and each other far less critically than we do. So here, I need a show of hands. By a show of hands, ladies, how many of you ladies in the chat room think that you are accurate at how you rank women? If you think you're accurate, put a 1, and if you think you're not, put a 2. Let's see if that's better. I think that's a little better. The white balance is off. Okay. Pardon me on the lighting, folks, man. The lighting in, New York's an old city. So, all right. So look at most of the women. A lot of women say, "Oh yeah, I'm good. Oh yeah, I think I'm great." Well, how long have you been watching my show? What amazes me is how often women call into my show, and they'll rank themselves like because you can't. I don't let people use a 7. And women will come in my show, and I'll ask a very simple question, ladies. Let's do an exercise in the chat room. Let's start some basic things: height, weight, dress size. There is one component. Then the next component, your face, just your face. What do you rank your face on a scale from 1 to 10? And you cannot use 7. And 99% of the time, women I'll say 90, I will say 90 to be fair. 90 plus percent of the time, women shoot over. They'll give themselves an 8 instead of going down to a 6. Um, or they'll play like, I don't understand. I'm like, don't try to understand, just rank. And what it is women don't like to hurt each other's feelings. And from what I understand, a lot of women think this is empowering. By letting women believe the best of themselves is somehow empowering women. And I'm like, well, no, because by empowering women to believe that they are whatever they think they are, it's not lining up with what the men who are choosing these women want. And then they're asking for too much. And this is a concept that seems to be harder and harder and harder for women to get. But in an attempt to try to help things out, like I always do, we're going to have to kind of go over some things basically. The basic question is, how do you rank women? How do you accurately rank women? Well, one, because if you follow me, as an image consultant, what you see in the video is a very, very small snippet of what I do. I study my craft intently. Think about when I review fragrances. Look at all these fragrances. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 fragrances. It's fair to say that's 10 fragrances. And these are higher end fragrances. I study this stuff intently because I want an encyclopedic knowledge, and you have to compare and contrast. To become an image consultant at the master level, you have to study stuff over and over and over and over and over and over. Compare, contrast, study from this time period, this decade, this country. And overall, beauty has a very subjective quality. Beauty has a very subjective quality, and it has a lot to do with, and it has everything to do with facial symmetry. In the chat room, I'm going to type something. It's called the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio, or phi. Human beings are naturally, the universe is naturally drawn in spiral patterns. Start here and spiral out. And then you can start on a person's nose and draw out on a spiral, and that is what human beings have evolved to find attractive. There have been part of the exercises as an image consultant is they will take a person's face and they will take it in their natural face and then they will throw it askew and watch how the overall marks come back. And I showed some people this. I was like, this is how faces looked naturally. Then if we skew it, they dropped almost 25% on attractiveness. What am I saying? That there is a science to this. The golden ratio. Here's the thing. You're born with the face you're born with. I was talking to my friend last night. I was talking to Elle. I was like, Elle. She said, well, what about the youngest Kardashian? All right. Look at Kylie Jenner. Look at her before and after. And you will see all the work she's had done to make her face more symmetrical. Look at Khloe. All the work she's done to have her face look more symmetrical. Symmetry. So, unless you're going to go through extraordinary means, you're born with what you're born with. In general, I say Beyonce is an 8, Kelly Rowland is a 9. Next to, it's really it's hard for somebody to get 10s, but if you want to say, for simple math, to be an 8, you're pretty, to be a 9, you're beautiful, and to be a 10, you're gorgeous. Diane Carroll in her youth and Halle Berry at her height were about as close to 10 as you're going to get. So when a woman says, I'm an 8, I'm like, you're putting yourself in the category of a Beyonce at her best. And most women have to take a step back, but they cannot let it go. Now that's your face. Yes, there are things you can do about it. One, clear your skin, stop wearing all that clown makeup, and take off those ridiculous wigs and weaves. Those wigs hurt you, especially these god-awful lace fronts. More on that later. But then the second part is your body. Your body has more to do with your overall looks than anything else. You can have a cute face, but if you have a great body, you raise up. But you can have a cute face, and if you got a body that looks like the Michelin Man or Pillsbury Doughboy, you're done. And this is where so many women lose it today because wait. Men have evolved to like a woman with a certain hip to waist ratio. And men have evolved to look for certain markers for a woman to carry a healthy pregnancy. This woman with hair of this kind of density and grade, with this kind of hip to waist ratio, with these kind of characteristics will more likely than not be able to carry a child into the world, not die in childbirth or give birth or give rise to children with problems. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Watch the ball caps. All right. So, why is all this important? Well, because women are, for the most part, horrible at ranking themselves. Okay, I got that one noise. Horrible at ranking themselves. Why does this matter? Because, sadly, the worse women are at ranking themselves, the harder it is for them to hear the truth. If you are walking around thinking you are a dime piece, and you're really an 8, a 6, or a 5, you're gonna be women. It's women's nature to try to hold out for the better deal, to try to use their youth and her beauty to her advantage. And look, if you look at my shows, uh, you will see women who will sit back and they're just like, well, uh, I can't find nobody on my level. I can't find nobody on my level. I'm like, well, what level is that? Well, I'm trying to find a man that look a certain way. Well, what kind of way is that to match me? No, no. So here's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna just ask the question: um, Are women any good at ranking each other? Because if so, and that's really what I want to know. Are you ladies? Do you ladies really believe you're good at ranking one another? Because if you do, I want to know why so many women get this so wrong. Why do so many get this thing so wrong? Why do so many women seem to think one thing, but when you ask men, they think something completely different? Interesting questions. Now, here's the other problem. For every woman who gets it wrong and starts to overvalue herself, she waits too long. Waits too long and then ends up wasting time, wasting years. Holding back the years, wasting time, wasting years. And what does that do for you? When you finally start to realize, well, maybe I'm not as hot as I thought I was. Maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. Okay. But see, some women get upset when we start talking about this thing because they're like, well, you're trying to run women down and you're trying to take women's hope. And that's not it. That's not it at all. I am not trying to take women's hope. I'm not trying to run women down. What I'm trying to do is help women understand their become more realistic. Men get told the truth all the time. Men have to deal with reality all the time. Women don't. And living in a deluded state hurts women far more than it hurts men. You just got to know that. You got to know that. American problems are worse. So let's see if we got the sounds. There we go. Got that one. So instead of talking about it, I think what we should do is open the call lines because what I want to do is I want to get some women on here. I want to start doing some evaluations because this is honestly one of the most requested things I have. I have more women asking, where do I rank? Where do I rate? And I'm like, okay, tonight, if you want to know where you rank or where you rate, let's do it. How many women want to know where they rank or where they rate? Because here's another thing, especially if you're talking about, and later on this week as we get into it, we're going to have to start asking the question, ladies, what kind of men do you want? Because a lot of you ladies will say you want a certain kind of man, a certain caliber man, but those men are going to be men you're going to have to contend with. Those men are going to be men that you're going to have to deal with. You're not going to just be able to, you know, walk all over. You're not going to just be able to think. These guys are going to have standards. They're going to have standards and they're going to have requirements. Now, what this is not to do, it's not to sit around and embarrass anybody, to poke fun at anybody. But what it is if you are trying to put, I'm the mechanic, okay? You're trying to sell a car. You got a used car. You're trying to sell on the market. I'm the mechanic. You take your car to the mechanic and I put it in the shop and I come back and tell you, this car, here's the Carfax. Here's the shape their car is in on the open market. Ain't none of y'all brand new off the line. We're all used vehicles. This is the best way to get a Carfax report on your current value. And the value is different depending upon the caliber of man you want. Your value is different depending on the caliber of man you want, okay? So if you want a successful man, you want a high value man, you are going to have a certified pre-owned Carfax report. If you want just a dude that's living at home with his grandma, then you can be 260, 270 pounds and with a lace front and Cupid doll eyelashes and all other kind of stuff, you know? But if you want a man that's going to be able to provide that's going to be able to give you the option to work or stay at home, that's going to be able to make sure that even if he can't take care of 100% of the bills, because like I said, we're talking about improving value. High value, that's 10% of men and 20% of women. Most people fall in the average category. There's average, above average, and high. Do you want average? I don't deal with average. I don't deal with average. I'm an image consultant. Average people have no need for an image consultant. God bless you. No offense, but I don't deal with average. I deal with above average and high. Above average, that means men making anywhere from 60, well, even higher than that, $70 to $90,000. That's above average. That's where I kind of start dealing with men making 70 to 90. A man in his mid 30s making 70 to 90. That's above average. That's a man in the top 20 to top 30% of earners. To be in the top 15% of earners, you're making 85 plus. So basically, ladies, you can do this. Wherever you rank on the 0 to 10 scale, that's about what you can get as far as earning. Do you look like what he earns? Because if you want a man who's making 6 figures, do you look like what he earns? You want a man to be able to put you up in a house so you can drive a Porsche truck. Do you look like what he earns? Let's get into it. And here's another thing. Knock off the Black China and Rob Kardashian and all the love and hip hop and ratchet stuff. Well, that doesn't work in this world. In this world, I don't deal with athletes and entertainers. I don't care about those folks. God bless them. But over here, I deal with working people. Athletes and entertainers are horrible things to try to use for examples. They're in a different world. But I tell you this, if y'all ready, we're not gonna open this up until we get these. Oh, we don't even have the likes up. Get my likes up.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
Alexa, shut up. Get my likes up, or else we're gonna have a problem. First off, get the likes up, and then we're gonna also need you guys to. Oh, let's see what's going on. Let's go through these super chat real quick. Oh man, what's going on, man? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are over 3,000 people watching. We've had 5 people that donate something. Okay, well y'all must not want to do this show. So yeah, it's not gonna work until we go ahead and get this stuff up. So right, get them up.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life.
We got to keep these things going. If we don't want to stop and go back, man, let's get it moving. Somebody asked before we get this open, how do you join the Zoom room? I will join the. You join the Zoom room when I drop the link. When I drop the link, the moderators will keep putting it in there. To be on the Zoom, you must have your camera on so I can see you. I can't evaluate you if I can't see you. And then you make sure you have your microphone on as well. Have the light source in front of you, not behind you. And preferably don't be on speaker or on Bluetooth. All right. Somebody asked me this question. Shout out to Divine Divine in Motion. Your opinion on weaves and wigs? Don't. I'm fine with extensions. Extensions are things to lengthen your hair. You know, they enhance your natural hair. But weaves, no. Uh, if your hair is short, your hair is short. Grow your hair. Or find a nice style that works. Because a man does not want to reach in your hair during snuggly time and have to worry about snatching out tracks. You need to be able to go live an active life, sis. Running, hiking, swimming, getting in the pool. And as far as wigs, what the French toast is wrong with you ladies today? Some of you ladies are some lazy people. I have seen more out of shape women with these hair hat helmets that looks like a freaking helmet on your head. I'm sitting here looking at you. I'm like, do you not see what I see? Your hair is like this. You put it on like a helmet. You got your forehead out here, and I'm looking for your scalp. And all I know is under there is the truth. And I guarantee you that under there, you don't take care of it. You ain't washing your hair, oiling your scalp, making it smell good. Under these lace fronts, a lot of y'all are living foul. Stank on you. And dudes are tired of it, man. Dudes are just outright tired of it. That's what's going on. Aperture on this thing was shut down. Dudes are tired of it, man. Sorry, the aperture was shut low. Guys are tired of wigs, ladies. Go get you a hairstyle that you can rock and wear. But wigs, I'm sorry. I won't date a woman with a wig. I won't kick it with a woman with a wig. Yo, Newt, what's up, Fi? And I'm gonna tell you right now, Blue Henry, stand up. That's right. I'm telling you right now, a lot of dudes are starting to say enough with these wigs, because they look disgusting. I'm sorry, ladies, but they do. And if nobody's gonna tell you, I'ma tell you. Shout out to Andre. What's up, fam? I'm gonna come up with a way to put the cash apps on screen too. Shout out to Terrell, to the big homie. Shout out to Mr. Maurice November. Thank you, sir. Yeah, guys, let the ladies know in the nicest way possible what you think about wigs. Gabrielle, what's up, fam? I am the king and will not be. Is Ike in here? I need to come up with the Ike song. I got to transfer. See, what I did not do, shout out to Mr. Jimmy Edmonds. What I did not do is bring over all my sounds. So tonight I'm going to download my sounds. Look, ladies, um, the ladies that I hung out with this weekend will tell you, I don't do this stuff to be mean. I don't. I don't do this stuff to be mean, nor do I do it to be rude. But I'm telling you, you cannot you cannot walk around wearing these weaves, wigs, and this stuff on your head and think it's okay. It is not a good look. It is a bad look. And I'm going to tell you, men are just like, we're like, damn, you want us to be real. You want the authentic us. See, a man wants to be able to see an authentic you. And hiding your hair is like lying to a man. It's like makeup. Makeup, in a lot of ways, is lying. because I know what people can do with makeup today. Some of the stuff these folks can do with makeup, I've seen some straight up sorcery on with makeup. Talking about changing people, making them go from one skin complexion to a completely other. Some makeup artists should be against the law. So, if you actually want to get an evaluation tonight only is the night I'm doing it. Why am I doing this? Because one thing, like when I do my one-to-one personal evaluations, I also here's an announcement. Um, going going forward from today, I'm only doing 2 levels of service. That's virtual consultation and general hour consults. So if you haven't booked your time today, before the end of this broadcast, no longer will I be doing personal advice, interpersonal communication, corporate career, business advice, and different structure. No, it's going to be this. It's either going to be one price or that price. And it all has to go through my scheduling system. I am too busy doing too many things. Thank you. But I'm at a point now to where it has to be much more efficient and much more automated. So if you want to book your time with me, you get a virtual consult or just a general hour, and you can talk about whatever you want in an hour. As far as life coaching, I'm only doing life coaching and peer counseling, peer consulting, life coaching and peer consulting. What is peer consulting? Life coaching is for people that I can actually teach something to or give you my advice to kind of map you through. That's either 3 months or 6 months. Peer consulting is like people who are closer to my level. It's what I do with a lot of my executives, a lot of my well-established entrepreneurs and business owners. You really don't coach people at that level. You work with those guys in a different way. You brainstorm and spitball. So I'm making it far more simple for myself because I have a book to get out. I have events to get done. And honestly, working with somebody one-on-one, I'm only working with the people who really want to invest and develop themselves better. I was telling somebody today, I have colleagues that charge $1,500 for 15 minutes, and they can't sell enough of them. Guys, understand something. It's not about the quantity of time. It's about the quality of information. So just know that going forward. So if you've already purchased something, it's one thing. But here we go. Braids. Here's another thing. Ladies, your makeup. Let's get the show started. Let's get it. Ladies. All right. Your makeup, man. A lot of your makeup, less is more. A man wants a woman that he can be proud to show off, right? Some of you, ladies, you may be really nice people, but if he can't take you nowhere, if he can't take you nowhere because you don't look good in a cocktail dress, if you know, well, what you want him to do? Act like that doesn't exist? All right, here we go. We're about to get the call line open. Keep the donations coming, and let's open it. Ladies only. Moderators, ladies only. There's the link. Money World.
Yeah. Lune. Money World. El mundo quiere dinero. Money World. Se arregla con dinero. Money World. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah, no me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah, yeah. Money work, se arregla con dinero, yeah. Money work, de corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Ella de corazón, yeah, yeah. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunático.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. How old are you?
Good.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
All right. What do you got for me?
I'm just curious. I hear you saying high value man, high value woman. What do you consider that to be?
Well, it's a long definition, but in a nutshell, what do you consider a high value man? 6 points primarily. There's an income component, roughly $120,000 a year, $10,000 a month in Dallas, Houston, Austin, Atlanta dollars. If you live in a different region, like LA or New York, you have to adjust it. You have to make that money for at least 5 years. Approaching 3 will do it. High value men is also accepted by other high value men as being a part of their group, their society. They recognize as already a part or has the potential. High value men has a network of high value men and others. High value man has his entire life is LinkedIn level. It has visibility. So he doesn't just go by the title of saying I'm an entrepreneur. It means something like I'm the head of cardiology at Hopkins, something that people kind of know at a LinkedIn level. And lastly, this is no order of importance except for money. Money has to start there. If it doesn't exist, it can't be high value. Lastly, he's useful to others and the group. Now, this is by no means the only criteria, but it's the most universal.
So you think that having money is one of the number one factors to being a high value man?
Well, you can't be high value and homeless.
Well, I'm not saying homeless, but I mean, as a person that grew up with a father that is considered to be a high value man, that makes...
He may make a lot of money, that doesn't make him high value.
Exactly.
I just gave you 6 criteria, only one of which is money, and money has to be there. This is non-negotiable.
But what if they have all of those factors, but make $70,000 annually?
Why? Is that really a hill worth dying on?
I mean,
how about this? How about this? High value has to have a dollar component, and whether you value it or not, this 6-figure thing has been around since 1983, and it was given to us by women. You're 23. Learn a little bit more before you try to come in with your opinions. This has been around. Listen. This has been around since 1983. No romance without finance. You got to have a JLB if you want to be with me. Don't want no scrubs. Women have been saying they wanted the 3 6s. 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack for longer than you have been on the planet. And that is, listen,
Oh, I am
that is
listening.
what women decide that they value. That's what they seem they value in men. They value a man's resource and production. But there are also other things, because you can have a lot of money and not be valuable. So to answer the question, well, what about $70,000? It's a distinction without a difference.
I have this question also.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, I mean, that image of a high value man making 6 figures was created in a capitalistic society.
Do you live in the West? Where do you live?
I live in Atlanta, but I grew up on the West Coast.
Well, welcome to the capitalistic world. We're in the capitalistic country.
Do you personally think that that could change in the future?
Not in your lifetime. I mean, okay, well, let me ask you, ma'am. Did you grow up middle class, upper middle class? What?
Upper middle class.
Would you like to have grown up in poverty?
No, I don't think anybody.
Well, would you rather switch it to go to live a life of a poor righteous teacher?
Personally, yes.
Okay, well, that's your option. See, that's the thing. That's what money affords you. You grew up upper middle class, so you can sit back and think about philosophy of this and that. But when you're hungry and grew up in the projects like I did, where you didn't eat for days, we didn't have first world problems like many people.
No, I understand.
So understand something. You have only known life through your father and your family's production. You can choose to go out and live somewhere else, but I'm going to ask you a question. What system of government is better than capitalism?
Well, what would you say about Sweden or Norway, countries that are more of a socialist country?
They're socialist as far as their politics, but they're capitalistic as far as their finance.
Yes, but their emphasis is not on, it's rather on people rather than
right.
property. Like typically in our society.
When I say it works very well, it works very well for small, extremely small places. But show me where you have that with hundreds of millions of people. Yeah,
you are right.
No.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I mean, I get that there's some people. High value is something that I didn't just look at the United States. I took across any time, any continent, and I said, where are the men who are ranked higher than other men? What were synonymous? And these things always came out. Because there's always going to be a ranking structure.
What is your definition of a high value woman then?
She's attractive and appealing. She has a comforting character. She's discerning and disciplined, liberating and loyal. She's enthusiastic and exuberant.
So none of that has to do with how much she makes, though.
Because your money matters not to us.
Yeah, I guess.
No, it doesn't. If so, then you should be able to show me women who make a lot of money who are below average looking with high value men. They're not. Women typically, a woman's currency is in her beauty, her womb, her cooperativeness, her submission. A man is in his resources, his ability to compete and produce.
Michelle Obama, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, these are all extremely...
Michelle Obama did not marry a bum. She married
yes, she was in law school. I mean...
But okay, Michelle Obama did not marry a guy on the corner. Barack was in Columbia and Harvard, ma'am.
I understand that. I'm not saying like a bum, a homeless man. I'm saying someone that makes $31,000 to $70,000 a year.
Do you know about Barack Obama and why Michelle?
Yes, he was a law student.
You know exactly, and he was the president of the Law Review, and he had political aspirations. That's why she got with him, because that was a political marriage. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, ma'am. Sure. My question is this. You live in observable reality. It seems like you have an issue with money.
Because, I mean, personally, growing up with money, it can ruin people.
Well, it can ruin
a relationship.
Here's what you can choose to do. You can choose to say, Mom and Dad, I don't want any inheritance, any insurance money. I want none of it. I'm going to give away all. Did you go to college?
Yes.
Did they pay for it?
No.
Okay. You can
A
choose.
scholarship.
Okay. You can choose to give back anything your parents have given you after 18 years old, and you can walk the earth like Kung Fu. You can go through life like Gandhi if you choose to, because you're an adult. You can make those choices. But here's one thing I will almost guarantee you. None of the people, very few of the people who grew up in your neighborhood will follow you. They like lights,
I agree with
central
that.
heating,
I
air,
definitely
and Whole
agree with that.
Foods.
The reason why I'm questioning this is because
Because it's a first world problem, man. That's really what it is.
No,
it's
it's
a first
because
world problem.
yeah, it is. My family didn't grow up with money. As I grew up, that's when we got more money.
Well, your family, what do you mean your family didn't grow up with money?
My dad, he made his own money from as soon as we were all born. Like he didn't have anything basically. That's why.
And did he make?
And yet they.
Okay, so let me ask you. He made his money for his family because he didn't grow up with it.
Yeah, he grew up with nothing, and then my mom married him when he had nothing.
But when he had nothing, he made it. Then he had a family. Did he make you guys live like he lived prior to the money?
No, because in this capitalistic society.
But why didn't he do that?
Because he's been inundated by the idea of capitalism.
Listen what I'm asking you.
You said, why did he do
your
that
father grew
for
up with
family?
nothing. Exactly. Your father grew up with nothing, right? And then he married your mother, and she married him when he had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yet he made his money and provided for his family more than he had growing up. If nothing created your father, why didn't he give you and your siblings nothing to create somebody like him?
Because he is a man that was inundated by a capitalistic society.
Because he wanted you to have better than he did. Trust fund Becky.
That was funny.
It's true.
Yeah.
You admire your father for who he is, but he said, you know what? I knew what it was like to not have to do this. And as a man, I don't want to do that to my child. So you can sit here and make first world arguments with seems like nice lighting. You don't seem like you've missed many meals. Congratulations. And you got all your teeth. Your hair is nice. You have not missed any of this stuff. See, I think it's interesting that, maybe it's a part of even considered white guilt. Enjoy your money. There are people who love it. Or get rid of it. Do whatever. You're 23. Where do you live?
Outside of Atlanta.
Are you with mom and dad, or you have your own place?
I'm with them because I have a broken foot.
Well, I'm sorry, I had a broken ankle. But after your foot's not broken, are you going to go to your own place?
Yes, going to grad school.
Who's paying for that?
Myself.
Good. See, and then from that point on, here's what you really have to do. I say follow the money. After grad school and everything else, you get to decide to reject capitalism and live whatever way you want to. It's your choice, but you have that choice. There are people on the other side of Atlanta who don't have that choice.
Yeah, I'm very aware.
There you go.
My other question that I have.
We got to wrap this up because I got more people to get to.
Just what about these women that you're talking to where you're calling them 5s and 6? Like the last woman you were talking to is beautiful.
I'm calling them 5. Oh, excuse me. I'm calling them what they are. And often when I ask a woman to rank themselves, so don't say I call them, I ask them to rank themselves. Be accurate, young lady.
I guess.
What did I ask that last lady? No. If you're gonna do
you
this,
asked if she was aggressive.
No. The last one, the only one that got a ranking was the woman who was in Kansas, and I asked her to rank herself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gave her a ranking. Do you not think that you have a ranking, young lady?
I wouldn't rank. Why would someone rank themselves?
I asked you, do you think you have one?
A number?
Yes. Yes. A scale of 1 to 10, you have one.
Not personally, no.
Well, I guarantee you this, you have one. Because that's how men are. We're visual. And I don't understand why you ladies think you can just remake men in your image. That's who we are. Men are visual. And women rank men based on productivity and resources. That seems to work out well for you guys. If not, why don't we all go back to cave and be hunter-gatherers? If all of this shit doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Right. Then go wander the world like Kung Fu and put it into practice. But while you're sitting up with a broke foot and insurance, I think it's pretty rich with first world problems to say all this doesn't matter when you have options and most people don't.
I understand that.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
I'm equal opportunity. What'd you think? I was going to not tell her? You're average too. See, women who are average tend to get upset with rankings. Well, I'm more than that. Oh, well, who said you weren't? But as far as physicality, you're average. Karen and Darren are going to come after me like a mother, right? Look, ladies, men rank. I guarantee you, if Brad, Lee, Ahmed, and Enrique and Keith could come out and tell you the truth and not fear cancel culture or complaint culture, if they could come out and say the truth without fear of retribution for losing their jobs or being kicked off campuses, you would hear men speaking more truth. How tall are you?
I'm 5'4" 3/4.
Your size?
I'm a small. I'm probably maybe a 1-2.
Okay. And if you ranked yourself, honestly, if you ranked yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rank? Yeah, let's get back to reality.
No, I'm in reality.
No, you're not in reality.
I'm in reality.
You're not in reality. If you're gonna be a 10, we can end this because that's not reality. You're not a supermodel.
So what are you basing?
You're not okay, man.
Check
the attitude. Check the attitude. Let me just go ahead and say this. This bullshit that's running around with black women, they call yourself a 10, never say you don't. That is some of the most destructive psychobabble that's going around. Black women, you need to be more humble. And you're a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
That's not humility.
Well, for one, I know that I was made in God's image, and
God knows he's not perfect, ma'am.
Right.
So everybody's a 10.
I'm not going to get up here and call myself a 4 or a 2 because I'm definitely...
Well, let me... if you're going to tell me you're a 10, you're a 10?
I'm a Christian woman. I'm
beautiful. No. I said physically. You can be a Christian woman, but this...
Yeah, physically. I'm beautiful.
You're physically a 10. Then what is Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, Rihanna? What are they?
Whatever they consider themselves to be.
See, this is that bullshit, y'all. And this is when I start to get upset. Because you ladies say you want help. But then when you start getting into it, your ego gets into it. Put your dick up.
It's not, honestly, Kevin.
This is bullshit. You're not a 10.
You can go to my Instagram now and you see that's how I carry myself.
Okay, I don't care how you call yourself. A 10 is supermodel looks.
Okay.
Are you
I'm far from ugly, honey.
I didn't say that.
So
you made this combative, man. If you really want to say you're a 10, that's fine. But show me what the model contracts are.
I don't want to be a model.
I didn't ask you whether you want to be a model or not.
Somebody asked me today.
But you're not. But ma'am, you're not But you're not that. Come on.
Okay. Well, you said show me where the model contract. Somebody asked me today. Oh,
okay.
do you model?
Let's try this again. Where would you honestly rank yourself?
I just told you.
A 10.
Yeah. No. Maybe to you I'm not, but beauty's in the eye.
No. So you're a 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So are there any women that are higher?
Are you saying I'm not? Tell me why I'm not.
No. I'm asking you. No. I'm asking you.
Tell me why I'm not.
No. You're not questioning. So you're on my. So you mean to tell me that there are no women that are more attractive than you?
What?
I'm asking.
It's hard.
If you're a 10, that means you're at the top.
It's like I'm not.
If you're a 10, that means you're at the top.
If I'm a 10,
an A plus, a 100 on a test is as high. No.
No woman.
Back it down.
No, I'm telling you.
Back it down. A 100 on a test is as high as you can go. It's a perfect grade. You're saying you're a 10, a 100 on the test. Are you saying that there's nobody who scores higher than you on looks? You're in the top percentile. Worldwide.
Possibly, honestly, but it doesn't matter to me. No other woman I'm intimidated by. Not one. I'm not. Maybe by the world standards, I'm not, because I'm darker. I don't know what's the reason. I don't know.
Bullshit.
I don't know.
See, that's the thing. They always say, thank you for saying it. Thank you. I knew we were going to get to it eventually. Eventually, we were going to get to the colorism argument. And see, the problem is, man, when you women walk around with this inflated estimation of yourself, life tells you what lane you're in, whether you want to admit to it or not.
So are you saying colorism doesn't?
No, I'm not going down first off, I'm not going down the colorism path, because I'm saying that if you were a dime, you'd be gone by now, because dimes get taken like that.
Possibly, or treasure is hidden.
Okay.
Treasure is hidden.
Again, this is what goes on. She's still going to die on this hill, because it's about my ego. And I've listened to many black women parrot this stuff, especially after that Average at Best video. I've heard women tell women, you should never say this, you should never say that. And you know what? The only people y'all are hurting is yourself. Honestly, I asked you just to move the conversation, but you've decided to make it about, I'm up here, and it's because of what I think of myself. Okay. But what you think of yourself and what the world sees are two different things. I am very sorry to inform you and other women, there are women that are prettier than you.
Okay.
And if you say you're a 10, that means you are up there with the prettiest of the pretty. And then you should have the results to show it.
Possibly.
Not possibly. You should have the results to show it.
It's exception
and the fact
to
that she's
rule.
going to continue. And here's the thing. And this is one thing that I would say is so wrong with so many black women. They will not relent. They will shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. They will do this until they die. It's like locking on. It's just the ego. This is the masculine ego of many women today. They cannot.
So you will be satisfied.
Psychological block. This is a psychological block with a lot of these. Like I just can't say anything less. Even though you know damn well that this over here. See, I know that there are men that are more attractive than me. I know men that I'm more attracted than. But I would never ever think to call myself a 10, because I know I'm not a 10. I knew at my best I was never a 10. I knew that. But see, men get an accurate estimation of ourselves. That's why so many of you ladies got triggered. That's why that video went viral. Average at best, die alone. Because so many women think that you should get something higher than you are. And then when asked, even a woman in that video said, I would have gave myself so-and-so. Okay, you can all say what you want, but the world reflects back what it is. We attract what we are. And if you've never dated 10s, guys at that high level, if they're not knocking down your door, you're on Instagram, right? If they're not trying to marry you, wife you, that's not where you are. You can call it whatever you want to. You can have 10 energy all day long, but that's not it.
Okay, Kevin. Okay.
I'm not saying this to hurt you. I'm just saying. I just don't understand why so many women.
You can't hurt me.
Oh, well, I'm not trying to, there's nothing to be gained from it. What I'm doing is I'm showing that this is why I say therapy is so necessary, because this is beyond delusion. Everybody's not a 10. Every woman does not get a high value man. Every woman doesn't deserve a high value man. Your mama got average, and mama built a life. You women who think you're 10s, think you deserve a high value man, are dying alone. Because you have no relationship skills.
Paul said, "Spare me the problems of married people." So if that's what,
see, then they want to go to the Bible. So to all you women that were running around telling women to say, you never rank, when somebody asks you to rank yourself, you always say you're a 10, face 10, this 10. You ladies are part of the problem. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, we have a few other sisters in here. Yoli, your audio's connecting. Lucia's coming in. Janessa. Go ahead. Janessa. How are you?
Hi, Kevin. I'm doing
Hi.
well. How are you?
I am well. What can I do for you?
I am an avid listener. I mostly am a chat participant, but I thought I would call in to see if my rate is accurate.
Okay. What I will ask you to do is, are you on a mobile phone?
I am.
Do me a favor. Hold your phone up a little bit more because you're kind of spilling forward. There we go. I don't
Is
want you.
that good?
Your
Now I had
yeah,
just took off my makeup and
that's fine. But I just want to
moisturized,
make sure
so
we don't have all that coming forth. Okay. How old are you?
I'm 33. Well, I'll actually be 33 tomorrow.
33 tomorrow. And dress size?
I am a size 8.
Size 8. How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
162. I do want to lose about 10 pounds, but I'm 5'8", 162.
Okay. So automatically, that's about 20 pounds more. Did you know that? Actually, about, yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, I was saying more like 15, but okay. I agree.
Well, I'm just, okay. Ladies, understand something. The top end of a woman's weight is 145 pounds. Okay. My mother's 5'9" and she was 145 pounds until she was 50. That's the top end of your weight because there should be about a 40-pound difference between you and men. So unfortunately, women think because they have a few, 1, 2, 3, or 4 more inches than the average woman, they think they can weigh more. And you, at your current weight, 160 what?
162.
Okay, the average man in this country is 5'9.5", 5'10", right? And his
Yes.
weight is 168 pounds. You see? Did you know that?
Listen to you, I did. Yes.
Okay. So what I need you to understand is the closer you can get down to 135, the better.
So, Kevin, I stepped on a scale. 135 is my mass weight, just my muscle alone. That's not including any fat at
Okay.
all.
Okay. Again, I this is where
I'm just saying. I'm just saying because I
oh,
have the
okay.
scale that
Oh,
has all that.
breathe. But you're still a dress size 8. And what are you when you were a dress size 4?
How much when I was dress size 4? I would say about 145.
Okay.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were a dress size 4?
I weigh myself every day.
So when was the last time you were a dress size 4?
Okay. Um, hmm, honestly, it would be about 7 years.
7 years. All right. So this is where it becomes a choice. Um, Dress size 4 gives the average woman the best chance. And I don't like going back and forth over my body is different, my muscle weight, this or that, because I can pull up, as an image consultant, I can pull up countless women who are professional athletes, women throughout history who have been your height and more curvy, more muscular, and weigh ideal weight. So you can't really sustain that argument. And here's the other part of it: being 33 years old, the closer you can get to an ideal weight standard, gives you more time on the clock. Does that make sense?
No, definitely, I would agree with that.
All right. So let's keep on moving because I don't want to get stuck in that pit. Do you remember Pam Grier?
I
Remember?
love Pam Grier. I'm an avid Pam Grier fan.
Okay, Pam Grier was 5'8". How much do you think? What dress size do you think she was?
Man, back in Foxy Brown,
Mm-hmm.
I would say she was a size 4.
Mm-hmm. And did she suffer for curves?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
All right. So what would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You can't use 7. Just your face. Just your face. Just this right here.
Honestly, I would say a 9, like 8.5.
Okay. So you will put yourself up with Kelly Rowland, women like that. Kelly Rowland, because Pam
Yeah,
Grier is
I
an
mean,
8. Pam Grier is an
honestly,
8. Pam Grier and Beyonce are both could be considered 8s in that category. So you would put yourself ahead of them.
Pam Grier's at 8 in
Mm-hmm.
her prime.
Yes.
Pam Grier's at 8 in her prime.
Yes.
What, Kevin? I'm sorry, I don't agree with
Pam.
that right there.
Okay. Okay. You don't have to, but this is where it becomes a difference of your opinion. And I do
Yeah,
this in real
no,
life as an image professional. I could
I
I,
know.
I could take the mapping of Beyonce and Pam Grier's face and show you that they actually line up to within 1/10 of a percentage point.
Well, then I would say I'm a 7, but then you say don't count a 7
So
then.
that makes you a what?
A 6, but that's a
Yes.
hard metric right there. But
Well, that's the truth. That's the whole point of this. That's the truth. It's the
I
truth.
mean,
Okay.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
like I got clear skin, I
I get it.
got hair.
All right, but
I'm just
now this is what I need to. This is where it's going to be hard. Okay, so I need you to ask us: Are you married? Have you ever been married?
I have been married,
All
yes.
right. Um, 6 is a cute woman. Um, but back in when you know, pretty, beautiful, and gorgeous women are the women who the athletes, entertainers, the ballers, the shot callers fly out. These are the women who get into VIP, into the best spots, the happening spots in any city without waiting. They're always in the private areas, no questions. Was that you in your 20s? No,
No,
no, it's not.
I
So,
said I have a more of an
listen, listen,
introvert, but
listen, listen. Then that's the truth. Because men who can afford those things go ask the bouncers, bartenders, and managers, bring her over here. Cute women are on the dance floor out here with the rest of us.
I wasn't on the dance floor though.
Okay,
but I'm,
but you're not behind scenes with
I
the
get
okay.
yes.
See, I get where you look at yourself, but the reality of life shows us where we are. And what state are you in?
I'm in Georgia.
Okay, so if you're in Georgia, you're anywhere close to Atlanta.
Yes, I'm in Atlanta. I
So
guess
in
North Carolina.
Atlanta is land of the black woman, the beautiful woman. So in order to be special in Atlanta, to get in with the Falcons and the Hawks and all these other players, you have to be
But Kevin, it's not even that hard, honestly, in Atlanta. All you have to
to
do is have your real hair, which I have, clear skin, which I have,
okay.
uh, decent shape, which I,
Okay, but if it's not that hard, I asked you in your 20s.
well, I wasn't here in my 20s. I'm from New York originally, but
Okay,
yes.
I lived in New York, and I will tell you when I was in New York, ma'am, you wouldn't have got into VIP. You would have been in line. You were not see why is that so hard for you to accept?
No, it's not hard. It's not hard at
Okay, so
all.
okay, so if you are a 9, what is Pam Grier? What is
She's a
Beyonce?
by 10. I'm just saying that's
She's
on
a
my
10.
scale.
Okay, she's a 10. Then okay, then so if she's a 10, then what was Jane Kennedy and Diane Carroll? Halle Berry.
And you didn't dated me because I don't even know who those are. I'm sorry.
You know who
I
Halle
know.
Berry is.
Yeah, I know who Holly Berry. No, Holly Berry doesn't compare to Pam Grier
What do you
at
mean?
all.
How?
Because it's not even just looks; it's personality
Oh,
and
no, man.
swag, style.
No, man. That's where you're wrong. It's all looks.
No,
It's all looks.
it's all.
Yes, this is all we're talking about. See, this is why I say you ladies are horrible at ranking yourself. Men don't consider all that. We look at looks, and where does Halle Berry rank? Is she above or lower than Pam Grier in your mind?
She's below.
Okay. Well, this is why I say you guys are horrible at this. You like Pam Grier because of her swag and Foxy Brown,
No,
all this other shit, but that doesn't matter, ma'am. Universally, Halle Berry was rated one of the most beautiful women in the world during her prime in the world. That means on any continent, any race, any culture. That's why it was there. Pam Grier, as attractive as she was never that. Back when she was hot, Jane Kennedy, who you don't know, Diane Carroll, who you don't know, were head and shoulders above her. All right. So
well, thank you so much for speaking with me, Kevin. I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Have a good one.
Okay,
All right.
bye.
Ladies, understand there's nothing personal in this. That's why I try not to look at what's going on. And I'm trying to keep a certain blend of showing photos and talking to women because I don't want to become contentious. But oftentimes we have what we think is attractive to us, but you ladies got to ask. When I ask the VIP question, VIP level women are VIP level women everywhere you go.
I want to be married or whatever. I want to be in a relationship, but I feel like maybe I'm a little too picky.
Okay, how tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
Dress size.
I'm like a 4. I recently had surgery, so I have like
What kind of
some
surgery?
I don't want to blast myself. You got like 6,000.
Okay.
I
How
really
much?
don't
What's the
want
most you've ever weighed?
to share.
What's the most you've ever weighed?
150 pounds.
What's the average black man make in this country?
You said 50,000. So.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's 42, but 50 is still. I mean, how old are you again?
28.
Have you ever dated a man making $150,000 a year?
I have.
How long ago was that?
I mean, most of them.
Hold on. When I say date, I mean serious. Did you just roll your eyes?
You said what?
Did you just roll your eyes?
No. I was thinking. I was
Okay.
like thinking.
Okay. When I say date, I meant y'all were Facebook. This is my man. He's claiming you. I'm not talking about he's got another girlfriend. Y'all monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever dated a man making that kind of money?
Yeah, the last guy I dated.
How long did you guys date?
We were friends for a while, and
How
so
long did y'all date?
for like a year.
All right. And why didn't that go anywhere?
He I think because of his earning potential, he got like, I feel like, so he was like a plastic surgeon, and I feel like so we started dating when he entered residency, and like I just feel like he got big headed. Like he realized like all the women that were chasing him, and he's like,
No. No.
I guess
No, listen. Okay, listen. Excuse me?
we had a difference in values.
Well, not really, because you're talking about the way he started looking at his potential the same way you rolled your eyes and I said, black man made 40,000.
No. Like so he started saying like he wants to have like a polygamous family, and he don't believe in like the things he.
And if that's what he wants, he can get it.
And he can. I'm
right.
Believe he can.
Because why? Because he's in the top 8% of black men and top earners. And you ask me, man, you got to rank yourself. Where would you rank yourself?
I mean, I think I'm like a 7.
I don't do 7s.
You say you don't do 7s?
No.
What is that like? What does that mean?
You can't use 7 because everybody wants to use 7. 0 to 10, you can't use 7. Now you gotta see why I don't use 7, because everybody wants to use 7 as a safe number.
Okay, 7.5.
No version of a 7.
Okay, 8. Okay, 8.
Okay. And you all right now? I'm gonna say something. Okay. Maybe that's just expressive, but if you're doing all that shit with your face, I'm gonna tell you to get up off my phone. That's not cool, young lady.
I'm
It's not a game.
I'm just an expressive person. It's not disrespect.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
Yeah,
very.
you wouldn't do this shit in church or in the college class.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, you asked me for my professional advice, so can you respect the platform?
I sure can.
Thank you. An 8. You give yourself an 8. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Who else would you rank in the 8 category as far as like famous people? Musicians, movie stars, that kind of stuff.
Okay. A 8 as a famous person,
Mm-hmm.
like in like a ratio, like not
No, like Beyonce's an 8.
No, Beyonce's not an 8.
Who's the image consultant in real life?
Okay, so you think Beyonce's an 8? I think Beyonce's a 10.
No, she's not.
Okay.
Beyonce's an 8. Kelly Rowland would be a 9. And Rihanna, even with her big forehead, would be a 10.
Okay.
So by giving yourself an 8, you put yourself in the category where Beyonce is.
Okay. So I'm not an 8.
Are you in the category with Beyonce?
I mean, no.
This is one of the major issues. You ladies don't know how to rank yourself. So when somebody like myself comes along with some truth, most people in my profession would give Beyonce an 8. And many black women will give her a 10 because you guys want to give yourself higher numbers. So are you in her category or not in her category?
Nah, I'm not Beyonce.
I mean, we're talking about just from the face.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then what would you give yourself if you understand Beyonce as an 8?
Okay, maybe I'm like a 6.
Which is closer to the reality. Because by giving yourself an 8, you automatically put yourself in the pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous of all women across the world. And I'm sorry, at 28 years old, your lived life has told you that you're likely not there. If you're wanting a man who's going to be in the top earners of black men,
Mm-hmm.
that's an extremely competitive place to be. I said that's 2% of men. Most people are normal people.
My parents worked hard and they afforded a pretty decent life for me. And they came here as immigrants and they weren't rich. So the idea that I have to
All right, but the difference is you're not them. You were born with Western sensibilities. Man.
But what I'm saying is
okay. All right. Listen. Okay. Where do you live?
I live in Atlanta, Georgia, but
you live with your parents?
Yes. I live with my parents.
Why?
To save money to build my business.
Okay. Have you ever lived on your own?
Yes, I did.
All right. So you live with your parents to build your business. So if somebody's making $80,000, you would be okay with the man making half of what you're making.
I would be okay with the man making half of what I'm making if he had a plan and a vision.
See, guys, this is what always comes down to. I'd accept it as long as he had ambition. See, this always comes down. Listen, no. We know where this goes, man. Something's wrong with your speaker.
Okay.
No, the average black man in this country earns $42,000. There's no more money. There's no more ambition. There's no money tree. There's no side hustle. That's what the French toast they earn. Half of the men earn that.
I mean, but
Can you
what I'm
listen and understand that?
I do understand. I
All
completely
right. And then the
understand.
men that earn more than that want a hell of a lot more, like your ex-boyfriend who told you, oh, I'm an above average earner. I'm going to go get the moon and the stars because most guys earn less than me. Is it
Okay, so
starting to
can I
come?
ask you a question?
Listen, the men that you want, the income, the lifestyle, no matter how you want to slice it, how you want to pretty it up. This is not my first rodeo. Please stop looking in the comment section. Look ahead and think.
Oh, sorry.
When you're looking down there, it looks like you're not looking ahead. When you're at the end of the day, man, you can pretty it up, but you want a certain kind of lifestyle. It's a white collar lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So let me ask you this. Can I ask
Jesus.
a question? If that's okay. Can I? So for women who have realistic goals, who maybe, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, it okay to want a man that has a average earning potential and you guys are able to build to have more in the future? Like, I feel like you kind of, I feel like sometimes you kind of discuss
No, you're not the builder. That's why I stopped you. No, you roll your eyes one more time and I'm going to hang this shit up. I don't do that, young lady.
Okay.
I don't know what the French toast is wrong with you. But you know what I do know? Is this how you act on the phone? You are a trip in a relationship. And I've tried to be really nice to you. For acting the way you do. Bucking your eyes and shit. This is live. People are looking.
Okay, so I'm going to get off live because I feel like you're being a little outrageous. But thank you so much.
Yeah, you don't come over to somebody's place playing games. Bottom line is, all you women, he's so rude. No, women like her are rude. You come over to somebody's business, bucking your eyes. That's another woman for whom the average earning man would not be good enough. See, what I want for you ladies is to start understanding every time a woman says that they need a man in the top 15, top 10, top 5% of earners, they are telling the rest of me you're not good enough. Well, if they can say that, that's fine. But they're going to have to be able to live up to that. Y'all don't seem to have any problem with women having a standard. But when a man comes along and says, well, guess what, man? You know, you saw her have a fuller face. And I'm like, all right, men who earn the kind of money you're talking about are going to get women who have room to grow. Stand at your mother's house, owning my own business. That's too much attitude. Too full of yourself. That young lady was very full of herself. She may not have been acting all over the place, but she was very, very full of herself. It's a lot of ego. And that does well for when y'all are talking y'all's diva, queen, boss stuff, but it does not work well for the kind of men that women say they want. So, if you think this is rude, then now stay out of here, man, because this is how men talk. I've said it. Men are not going to talk to you like we're women. This is my platform. And when I've had enough of somebody acting immature, childish, goofy, I'm going to call it out. And if that's rude to you, don't come back. That's what I said on Clubhouse. Women are used to one-way aggression. You're used to women being able to act a complete ass. And men are just supposed to take it. Men are supposed to let women just say whatever, do whatever, and just because they're not screaming or raising their voice, we're just supposed to let you do it. No, absolutely not. And the bottom line is, She rated herself an 8. She thinks she's pretty. Okay. She's cute. She's cute. But you're not at the Beyonce level. You're not 8, 9, and 10. Life has shown that. You're at the 5, 6 area. And because I could not get an accurate estimation of her physique, I will give her the benefit of the doubt and say that she had an average physique. But I do know with such a full face, men tend not to be drawn to full-faced women. Especially if, for lots of reasons. So at what point do you ladies feel like you're going to have to start making... See, the problem we've gotten to is so many women feel like they're settling for being realistic. An average man is nothing to settle for. I got news for y'all. An average man is nothing to settle for. And I'm tired of hearing y'all talk about you'll be settling for that. You don't settle for an average man. You settle for a below average man. An average man is a catch. Just like an average woman is supposed to be the prize, right? I think the more I do things like this impromptu, it gives more data for women to make more of a decision. This is not my personal opinion. My personal taste, I move over here. I approach this like a medical professional, of which I am not, but I approach it like that. When I'm giving my opinions, it's stuff that I feel like any of my colleagues, if they saw me doing this, they could say objectively, I can agree or disagree with him based upon these parameters. I don't give evaluations based upon my particular taste. That's why it doesn't matter the race, ethnicity, and even at that, there are certain things you do take into consideration for different ethnicities, but that's a little bit more complex. Here's at the end of the day, ladies, you want an accurate representation. You want an accurate an assessment of where you rank. And if you have male friends, it's better to ask them and say, hey, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Tell me, what do you think? Don't ask them the question, would you smash or nothing like that, because the bar to smash is very low, especially today. And if you can get around men who you can get good feedback from, would you be seen in public with me? Would you take me to a company function? Would you take me to meet your parents? Would you take me out in public? Would you that kind of stuff? You don't want to just ask, surface level stuff, because men generally know what they like and for what reasons. But I think this is pretty good. You're liking the camera, seeing the background is kind of blurred out. But we're working on it together. So I'll be here all week, guys. I'll be here all week. I'm looking to host a meetup while I'm here. I've had a photographer reach out to me, ask if I want to do a photo shoot. So if you're, I'm looking for photographers to do photo shoots. So if you want to shoot your Godfather, brought the suits and brought that kind of stuff. Oh, what? Y'all wanted to know about the coat. Oh, man, every season, it's coat season, man. This is a nice looking coat. Check that out. Check that out. That material. This, gonna rock the heck out of that with a black turtleneck, cream turtleneck, gray turtleneck, black or blue jeans. Look, man, I'm very simple and systematic when it comes to dressing. Black, white, gray. Okay? Find out what works for you and rock it. At the end of the day, if you are more accurate with your assessment, you can know what you need to work on and what you need to improve. Sorry to all the people I had in the chat room. In the Zoom call, I could not get to everybody, and I'm trying to keep the shows to 2 hours and respect the viewers' time. Shout out to Ike. Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the patrons. I'll be dropping Patreon-only content this week. But like I always say, guys, thank you for everything you do. It's October, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. Follow me on. Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram if you want to see what's going on around the city. Instagram is the best place. Um, you know, Instagram is where I post. I go live on Instagram 2-3 times a day. Stop asking me to post pictures of women. I'm never going to post. I'm not going to say never. I don't think I'll ever post pictures of my lady friend or anything like that because you guys see how people respond to me. And I'm a public person. I don't want to post somebody's picture or whatever because I can only begin to imagine what people do. So, you know, trust me. Anybody that I deal with, you know, I don't deal with ugly. I like beauty. I told you beauty is my muse. So shout out to all the women. I think women can be beautiful. Uh, it, when they're conscious of their beauty. You do not have to look like a model to be sophisticated, elegant, classy, and look nice. You're born with the face you're born with, but you are amazed at so much what you can do with your fitness and attention to detail in your appearance, ladies. Dresses, skirts, heels. Dresses, skirts, heels. Less is more. Less makeup. You know, get rid of the Cupid doll eyelashes and all the longest and the stuff. You know, we're going to have a lot more of that because, yes, believe it or not, I'm going to start having women on the show. I'm going to start showing different women's looks. Guys, I haven't forgot about you. Don't forget, this is still a guy's channel. I talk to women here, but the pre-recorded stuff's for guys. How to increase, how to improve value. That's what we're getting at. High value, that's great. We're talking about improve and increase. Improve and increase. Improve and increase. Ladies, your movement is as pretty as possible. AP. Ladies, your movement is as pretty as possible. AP. Guys, your movement is Improve, increase. All right, guys. That's what it is. Till next time, you know how it is. Peace. Your godfather is gone.
In this moment,
This new fragrance from Killian,
say what's wrong or right.
Roses on Ice. Dope.
It's not hard to fool me. 'Cause I'm addicted
Review coming on this one
to
soon.
good life. Yeah. Lead the way. I follow. No need to say.
The Harmonist.
We'll be a
Hypnotizing Fire. Sexy, woody fragrance. For men who dress like this, know what they want. There we go.
to the edge of it all. So tell your
Prada. Ooh-wee.
kids I'll find a better.
That one right there, it's gonna cause some problems. Yeah, man. It smells incredible on men, but on ladies, oh my.
So tell your good lies. 'Cause I'll find a better one.
Rosia, Midsummer's Dream. This one's gone. Kuwait. We'll be talking about this one this week too. And then Goodman, Bergdorf Goodman. Exclusive. This one is so dope, man. If you like cardamom and lemon,
Nothing can stop me.
man,
'Cause I'm
that's manly.
addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way. I follow. No need to
Mimo Paris. People who make African leather.
be ahead.
The Flying Collection, Siberian Goldwood.
I follow to the edge of it all.
And Armani Privé,
So tell
New York. Clean, simple must. Thank you to all the patrons for making this show possible. Without you guys, this show would not be able to take on the road. Join me on IG for videos you will only see in the frat room. behind the scenes updates, everything like that, meetup information, all that kind of stuff will be on IG and Patreon. Go to info@bykevinsamuels.com and with your show ideas, or go to bykevinsamuels.com, go to scheduling to book your one, either your virtual consult or your general hour. Expect my inbox. Peace out.